Don't kill the game with yo funk, honey. Elevate it with a level of humility. Vinyl Guru in the house. Here to talk to you today about some really killer funk acts that are coming out as of late. So, let's dive in.
Vinyl Guru, Vinyl Guru. Vinyl Guru.
So the first one up to grab is gonna be by an Australian band that I really quite adore. This was their second album, Choose Your Weapon. Their first album came out a couple of years before this, but this is the album that I got into them on. An album that came out in 2015 and really just shook the world up. And I really love the production style on this because one of my favorite producers of all time had tickled his toes in this, Salam Remy, who has the ear, honey. He got the rhythm in the ear. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to let everything sit where it's at, and he's got it. And you know what? I think you'll get it when I tell you this has got that funky dunk in there. Let me show you.
Said rap in 2 days. Said rap in 2 days.
The next album we're gonna talk about is gonna be a New Zealand act that goes by the name Kimbra. Really quite fabulous. This is the Golden Echo. Quite amazing songs on here. But this album is sensational as, fun fact, she's the first New Zealand act to win a Grammy, which is, wow, bizarre. I wouldn't think that it would have taken this long, but it did. But this is truly sensational. It's got amazing players on here and collaborators. It's got people like Bilal on here, people like Thundercat on here. Phenomenal.
Oh, hear the sound of the madhouse. What you making? Oh, hear the sound of the madhouse.
Here is a Brit in the house that really proclaimed the new pop-ish form of funk for today. This is going to be Jacob Collier. Jacob Collier, he is a phenomenal artist, multi-instrumentalist. He can just about downright play everything. But he's really interesting for restructuring songs and making them really interesting, and he fuses quite a bit of genres to do that. He doesn't really fit in a particular box, but boy, does he do funk really well. Now, what Jacob Collier did, a lot of people are kind of doing now. There is an amazing band that plays for the iconic Anderson .Paak called the Free Nationals. And the Free Nationals also recently put out a record that basically collaborates with a whole list of amazing acts. And it's just phenomenal. The instrumentals on here are to die for. Here's an act that I just picked up recently. I've mentioned them a few times now, and in truth, it's not completely funk, but they've got funky energy to them. They do. This record in particular, Krongben's Monae, came out not too long ago, and honestly, still brings the heat. It does. They've got some particular songs on here that are a little bit more funkier than others, but my dear, they bring it. They bring it. They bring it.
That's right. If we had more time, we could live forever.
If you enjoyed that, hit that bell to continue riding the wave, and toodaloo, honey.